Welcome, everybody, to the newest edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. We are down a Hall of Famer as Aaron is at other duties, so we brought in a couple guest hosts. We got Thomas Brunette and Ryan Rastovac. How's everybody's morning going?
Good, how are you guys?
I'm exhausted.
And I'm not exhausted. You know why? Because I slept way too many hours on it.
That very rarely happens, so I'm surprised. But
it's a rarity, but I'm
good to have you in here finally. What's up, Chief?
You're
part of the everybody.
You introduce them. You introduce. Oh,
I said we got a couple guest hosts, and we got me and Chief here, the standalone. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Fellas, thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Aaron, we don't care what you're doing. Just stay away today. Have fun. No, enjoy yourself.
He's out on the golf course.
He is. Enjoy yourself.
All right, let's get this thing going. We're going to hear I Hear Voices. Rumor is Alexa Bliss is waiting for a phone call to return to WWE in some shame.
Here's something I found on the web. According to technodocbox.com.
What the hell is that?
What?
The beep during a telephone conversation with another call is waiting to be answered.
Oh, it's because of the Alexa thing. Oh, my God. Well, Miss Bliss is waiting to come back to TV. Do you guys want to see her come back, or?
What the hell was that?
Man.
technology.
2022, sir.
That scared the shit out of me, man. I was ready to karate chop it. I was going to pull my kendo stick out.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm going to answer that for you. Here's my problem, right?
Go ahead.
So it says Alexa Bliss is just sitting waiting for a call. Why are you one of the number one females in the women's division just sitting and waiting for a phone call? Why aren't you calling? Why aren't you pitching ideas?
Yeah.
What's going on here? I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, yes, I want to see her back, of course. But why are you just sitting there waiting for a call? Something's wrong here.
Well,
Definitely.
Initiative.
Test.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You're on.
I'm on, okay.
You're on. Go ahead.
Well, what's the point of her calling and pitching ideas to them when they all ignore it anyway?
Do they, though?
Unless you're Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman, yeah.
Maybe
Roman
so.
Reigns is like the guy. It's pretty much whatever he says goes around that place, I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it, but I need to see a little initiative here.
True.
I don't think Roman Reigns is the only guy around there. I think Randy Orton.
He's not a guy. He's the guy.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Randy Orton's got some pulling around.
I think Randy Orton's got some big gotchis.
True.
And now him and Roman collaborating, I can see that. Okay. And after last night, I guess we're going to have a six-way now for eventually all the belts is coming down at what's it called?
WrestleMania Backlash.
Thank you. Yeah. I only took half my medicine this morning, so I got half-Heimers. So just checking.
All right, on to the next rumor.
Well, we got William Hudson chiming in saying good morning, everyone, and Chief Omanian running wild.
That's right. Hey, Jen McCord, good morning from Hawaii.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Rumor is the lucrative contract that Bret Hart signed with WWE is for merchandise only. So the rumor is that he might still legally be able to do something with AEW in the Owen Cup. Do you think he's going to show up to AEW?
No.
I think he has to, personally.
So the only thing he's going to do with WWE is merch.
Yep.
So that's similar to like Jake the Snake. He's got the same thing going on.
Hey, if Jake can show up at AEW, why can't Bret? I mean, I know Jake's under contract with AEW. I understand that. I agree with you. Hey, what's good for business?
Yeah.
It's the Owen Hart Cup. He has to.
What's
Exactly.
good for business?
Not necessarily. He might not be getting along with Martha. This is Martha's doing, so he might not be getting along with the sister, with Martha, and Martha might not want him around.
I don't think they've ever gotten along, but it's Bret and Owen. They're like...
Well, yeah, they're two peas in a pod, but I know, but This is through Martha.
That's a good point, though.
True.
Have you met Martha?
No. I think most people have.
She's a flamer. She's a humdinger. So, yeah, I did you like that one, a humdinger?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm old school, man. Don't forget that. There you
So
go.
she's a
Back in the
humdinger.
Great Depression, that's what they called stupid people.
Yeah.
She's a humdinger
Hey,
without a
put
hubcap.
my toy up there, will you? I'm going to stick it up his ass in a minute. It keeps going.
Wow.
Anyway, no, in a serious note. There you see, there's my
There's
toy.
Chief's
There's
1910
Chief's
play toy,
That's
his
right.
very first toy.
See, no, seriously though, Bret's got to be there. Bret should be, in my mind, Bret should be the one. If there is a trophy, Bret should be the one that hands it out.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
That would make the most sense.
Because you don't see, and I'll retort to you, you don't see Owen's wife really around the wrestling business.
Well, no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She didn't want anything to do with it until just now.
Well, you know, why just now? How many years later?
20,
you know,
going on 23.
Okay, so why now? And why not 23 years that have passed?
Cha-ching!
There could have
Oh,
been.
yeah,
I mean, there could have been a lot of things that she could have done for the wrestling business to promote the wrestling business with Owen's name, keeping Owen's name alive. But now, all of a sudden, 20-some years later, she's coming back into the business.
Just a bad taste in her mouth from how he died, and she still hates Vince.
And I get that. I understand that. But my point is, she could have she could have gone to ROH. She could have gone to New Japan. She could have gone to Impact. She could have gone to any of the other organizations.
But they can't afford her or the name.
Tony Khan is a billionaire wrestling mark at the end of the day.
Hey, did you see Tony Khan Thursday night? Huh?
At the draft?
Yeah, sitting next to his dad in the Jaguars draft room down in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they
Sitting
drafted the
right
guy
in-
that didn't even play last year.
Sitting right, yeah.
Smart. Real smart.
Well, he was injured.
Smart.
So,
He's a good player. He'll be okay. They'll be all right. Don't worry.
so what makes me think that
the first pick wasn't even at the draft. I made it even better.
He was home with his family. Rightly so.
What makes me think that that Bret will show up is this deal was created in the midst of this Owen Hart Cup happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty safe to say that Bret probably had a say in it and said, "Look, I'll do a merch deal, but I want to be able to show up to other shows to do things like this, especially the Owen Hart thing." That makes the most sense.
You know, I've always said it, and I'll continue to say it. I don't see, even though wrestlers, sports entertainers are under contract, I don't have a problem with, this is me, I don't have a problem with them going to a different company to do a show.
Yeah.
I think it's entertainment, sports entertainment today. And, you know, it's like...
Does that hurt to say?
We'll use your guy. We'll use your guy, Matt Cardona. How many different belts does he hold now? Seven. 7 different belts. So he wrestles at 7 different companies. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's entertaining because you don't know where the hell he's going to show up next.
Yeah.
You know?
I also don't have a problem with lending talent.
No.
The thing is, your talent, let's say you have let's just, for example, throw WWE in the mix, right? Let's
Sure.
say they lend somebody like Drew or Roman to Impact for the night. You're not going to get every WWE fan to watch Impact, but you're going to get some hardcore Impact fans to watch WWE.
True.
It's different. It's worth it for especially a company that big, that global. There's no reason not to do it, but there's also every reason that you can get away with not doing it either because people are going to watch no matter what you put out there.
Well, I think we're going to see it this Wednesday when Mr. Morrissey goes on AEW against Wardlow.
Yep.
You know, so
2 big old meat towers.
you know.
They're going to be bumping meat.
Okay.
All right. On to the WWE report.
Wait, hold. Time out.
What?
We skipped something.
Yeah, we did.
Mr. Producer, could you prop up Mr. Matt's
Segment,
please?
Right.
I am not going a week without having a story from Matt.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go, fans. We're going to have
is now story
the
time.
infamous
In
Mr.
course,
Matt.
Oh yeah, it's my own segment and I skipped it. Hey, smart.
Dumb shit. Anyway,
Tired.
story time with Matt.
All right, I got a good one from yesterday. It's because this dude pissed me off. I
Like
was walking around my building and there was this guy like stretched over the walkway, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you can't block the walkway. He's got to move along." He's like, "F you, you're not God." And I was like, "Bro, around here, I'm the next best thing. Get out." And he was like, "You don't even have a real job. Get a life and blah blah." And I was like, "You say one more word, you're gonna meet the real one very quickly and unexpectedly." And he ran off, and for legal purposes, that was totally a joke. Ha 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 ha.
Story time with Matt is now over.
We still got one more rumor. Rumor is with the title unifications matches going on, WWE still has no plans to end the brand split. Do you think they should keep it or end it?
End it.
And it doesn't really matter.
You have 5 people on the roster. End it. Jesus. Seriously. I mean, we're going to see Drew versus Sammy versus Corbin 35 more times. I mean, seriously. End it.
Yeah.
End it. Bring back a title that actually looks like a title.
When Cody Rhodes said he wants to bring back the Winged Eagle belt, I've never wanted somebody to win a championship so much in my life.
One belt, one title, one champion.
Yeah.
That's it.
And bring some more meaning to the mid-card titles. And I don't even care if they throw another mid-card title in the mix. Just one main champion.
Yeah.
You have the world champion, you have the U.S. champion, and you have the Intercontinental champion. That's it. And, well, I guess they'll keep the 24/7 title, too. That's pretty good. I chuckle at that, man. I chuckle at that. You know, but
it's a guilty pleasure because it's the closest I'll ever get to the hardcore title. So I guess I'll take it.
you know.
Unfortunately,
It's like a car wreck you don't want to watch, but you got to look to see what's going on.
Or they can just bring back the hardcore title. I mean, come on, please.
Now,
It's PG.
hey, so we're gonna have one women's title too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sure
absolutely.
that's coming next.
So let me ask the question: one women's title, who's going to hold it?
Ronda. I don't want her to. That's the thing. I don't want her to. But I don't think they're going to give it to Charlotte. And those are the only 2 logical choices. One for media and money, and the other one because she's literally the best wrestler there.
You know, I listened to my second favorite show coming in this morning, and Bully said it the best. If it wasn't for Ronda Rousey in the MMA ring bringing women along and promoting women, there would never be a women's championship match that would have been the main event at WrestleMania. And so I tend to agree with what you're saying, but her mic skills suck.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
So does her face.
She can but she can wrestle. She can wrestle anybody and go in the ring. She can wrestle anybody. She can wrestle any type of match. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But her mic skills are terrible.
They are. The mic skills are terrible, and she doesn't have that reaction that she has this monotone face. That's the best way I can describe it. There's no emotion. There's nothing. It's the same thing every time. It kills me. And you're supposed to be a wrestler, and I'm supposed to think that you're in agonizing pain or extremely happy or whatever the case may be, and I'm not seeing any of that from you. It's just the same thing every time.
Good morning,
Very
Principe and Mr. Young down in Florida. Top of the morning to you.
On to the WWE Report.
Ding, ding, ding.
John Laurinaitis was at it again yesterday. He sent out the email to 10 people.
He threw us off.
NXT released 10 wrestlers yesterday, including Dexter Lumis, Dakota Kai, Hardland, Malcolm Bivens,
Persia.
Parada.
You skipped it because you didn't want to read it.
I was just going to say the big names and then like some other ones. Who was the most shocking one you guys thought of yesterday who got released?
I say Bivens since he's like in the storyline with Diamond Mine.
I'm going to go with Dexter for me.
I was going to go with Heartland. I thought that they kept like building him up, saying he's going to be like the next Brock Lesnar and
Yeah.
all this other stuff, and he's in like the main event storyline.
Yeah, he was, but then I guess Vince fell in favor with him.
Dakota's. I'm a little disappointed Dakota got let go. She done a lot for the women's place down in NXT.
Yeah.
And you know she brought along a lot of the wrestlers, and I was, be honest with you, I was really looking for her to go up to the main roster, but what the hell do I know? You know?
That's where people go to die nowadays.
Hey, you see Raquel's up there now.
Yeah.
So, and I was watching last night, and I thought to myself, it would be a hell of a tag team, Raquel and my favorite girl, Rhea. That would be a hell of a tag team.
Sure.
Be interesting. Hey, at least we got to see Shotzi last night, too. So I feel good about seeing her again. So
at least now with Dakota Kai out of WWE,
where's she
we do
going
have
to go?
a women's promotion in Las Vegas.
Where's she going to go? What do you think?
I hope she goes to Ultimate Women Wrestling.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, she only has a 30-day no-compete, so... I think Dakota got released because of her age. She's in her 30s. She's been in NXT forever. And 3, because of her accent. Kevin Dunn doesn't want that kind of accent on his TV.
I want to ask you a question.
Because she's Australian. I mean, Australian people are in that company now.
I want to ask you a question in a minute. But if you want to call in,
Well,
U.S. 702-329-6947, international 855-503-4321. Now, to answer you, what the hell does Kevin Dunn know about wrestling? Will you tell me?
I wish I could tell you, but he's been Vince's right-hand man for
I
over
don't
30 years.
I don't give a shit if he's Vince's right-hand man.
He has a lot of strokes.
What does he know about getting in a ring or promoting a match or whatever? What does he know about professional wrestling? He's a businessman, okay? He's not in the wrestling business.
He had to pick something up in like 40 years.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
At least promoting.
Yeah,
He's pretty good with camera
No,
angles.
you're right. You're right. How to wipe Vince's ass? Absolutely. You're totally correct, Dylan. Totally correct. All right. But what I'm
Front to back, not back to front.
well, however you want to do it. However, Vince has probably got one of those flushers that you wash your ass for you, whatever. Anyway,
No visuals, please.
I just think that in all honesty, Dakota should have been allowed to go up to the main roster. She put a lot in NXT, at least one match. But then you understand, you go up to the main roster for one match. Well, guess what? You're going to get at least a $250,000 contract for one match.
Yeah.
So I can understand why some of the wrestlers aren't going up.
True.
And that's the unfortunate part of it. Talking to a friend of a friend, I mean, the least contract, you go up to the main roster, the least contract you get's $250,000, $250,000. If it's one match and then you go back to buffet and all that stuff for the rest of your contract, it's still $250,000. So, it's not bad.
Yeah, my thing, what I was reading said that she knew that it was coming. So if that's the case, and she already notified them that she wasn't going to resign, and her contract was coming up, so then I'm not going to... That's my personal one that I
Yeah.
hate that she's gone.
Yep.
But she knew it was coming, so then the most shocking to me, next in line would be Dexter for me.
I know I don't disagree with you. He had a good storyline there, but I read the same thing with Bivens. When it was time for them to negotiate contract, he said he wasn't going to re-sign contract. So he knew it was coming too.
It's crazy that WWE is not necessarily the dream anymore. With all the competition out there, you can kind of play the field and try to make the money you want, like during your career.
Yeah, you're right. No one, it's not the dream no more.
Richard said it looks fantastic when you see this behind the scenes and go live.
Yeah, check out our new behind-the-scenes camera on all the Go Live social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Something new we're trying. Looks pretty cool. Check us out.
Hey, Ron Young's going to a WWE event later. Have fun. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Those are always fun. I can't wait for Money in the Bank.
I
Always
Can
fun
you, though?
going to WWE Live. Say
Can
what?
you? You sure you can't wait?
I can wait, but Double or Nothing's coming first. I'm kind of really excited for that one.
I think we're going to have some good matches for.
It's about to be Summer at Punk 2022.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Shall we go break?
Yeah, we'll go to break here in a second.
Pest says, I'll eat catering all day for $250K.
I would too. You imagine traveling the world just to be like, hey, check out the food in this state, but we do nothing with you.
Just sit in the back and collect a paycheck.
Hell yeah, that's crazy. But we'll be back in about a minute and a half, and we will get to more WWE and AEW news.
We love you too, Cody.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navarre. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Welcome back. So Vince McMahon says that a lot of characters are misrepresented and he wants to fix it. So we might see a lot of heel turns and face turns here in the near future. Who do you guys think he's talking about?
First of all, hi Brandy, good morning.
Hey, top of the morning, sister.
I don't know. That's a good question. Who would he turn?
Asuka.
Turn her back heel after just
Coming back heel. Coming back heel.
Well, I guess the Becky story is only like until Backlash anyway, so. turn her after Backlash after she loses.
Have Asuka and then have Io Shirai come up, and then Asuka and Io can have a battle. That'd be a good storyline.
That would be fun.
I just want Asuka to have some form of manager so I don't have to hear her scream constantly. As soon as she came back on Raw and started that almost instantly, I was like, I did not miss you at all.
You know, I wonder if they ever pull a fast one on WWE. I wonder if her twin sister ever wrestles instead of her.
Who's twin sister?
Asuka's. You didn't know she had a twin sister?
No, I did not
know
know
that.
that.
She's got a twin sister.
Well, apparently they didn't pull that because she was injured and she was gone for like a year.
Well, no. I'm just saying. I wonder, in the past or maybe in the future, I wonder if they would ever do that, just to pull a fast one.
Does her sister know how to wrestle? Is she trained?
I don't know.
Well,
we've seen the twin magic thing before.
I mean, but shit, you see people get in the ring all the time that don't. No, I'll just leave that.
Yeah,
alone.
we know who.
I'll leave that alone.
Yeah. Well, we know a couple people.
Yeah.
We saw Xia Li change.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's a heel now.
Yep.
Storyline. I'm still a little confused on that. Didn't really. It just came out of nowhere, and then she was like, "I'm no longer a superhero. I'm gonna do this for myself." So there's one already.
True.
I think it's time for Drew to change.
We'll see Drew become a heel again.
The thing is, not on SmackDown though, because you've still got Roman as your mega heel.
You think? Think Raw?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you would have to switch some of these guys over if you're really going to pull these, heel face turns to have it make sense.
I wonder if they could do a mid-year redraft.
You just have to end a brand split in general.
Why not? I'm just saying.
I'm ready for Jinder Mahal to be a face and be the WWE champion again.
What kind of filth are you
Don't
speaking?
hinder Jinder, the modern day Maharaja. No, actually, I'm a really big Jinder Mahal fan, though. Seriously.
Oh, I know.
What the hell's in that bottle over there? Fucking Ginger Mahal. Holy shit. It's like this guy. Never mind.
Who? Shanky?
Yeah, Shanky. I'd rather see Shanky get pushed than Jinder. Jinder had his chance already.
It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. Didn't last long enough.
In your opinion.
I liked it. I thought he came
In your
back.
opinion, too.
Yeah.
The look on everyone's face when they beat Randy Orton was priceless.
No, you know what? If they could write if they can write the correct storylines, and this is what it's about. And, I said, we've got a T-shirt, WWE Creative, right? And I'll leave it at that. If they can write the right storylines for these wrestlers, I'm okay with any of them. I don't care which one, okay? But let them have the creative authority. Let the push the people who look over the storylines, approve it, and run with it. It shouldn't have to go all the way up to Kevin Dunn because he don't know shit about wrestling.
Are you getting heated up yet?
Yeah, getting there.
Do you have a rant?
Getting there.
It's about that time.
Yeah, you ready for your rant?
Yeah, I got a rant.
All right, let's cue it up, Mr.
It
Producer.
is now time for everyone's favorite segment, the Chiefs Rant.
Good morning, everyone. It is the Chief. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. The rant by the Chief. I heard an interesting story coming in this morning on Busted Open. Friday night AEW becomes Friday night ROH. Instead of a 1 hour wrestling show, you make it a 2 hour ROH show. And you take the wrestlers that are down on the podcast shows during the week that are on not on TV, and you bring them up along with some of the other wrestlers. And as we talked earlier about companies working with companies, maybe really having a huge tag team tournament to see who the number one team is. That would be awesome. Could you imagine the Usos and FTR, or the Usos and the Young Bucks? Or what about them boys and FTR? You know, people keep saying that about them boys, about what happened, what was said. Well, you know what? We've got over a lot of shit in our lifetime, and sometimes it's in my opinion, and this is the Chiefs rant, so it is my opinion, that sometimes we need to forgive and forget. And I think it's time that we do that, because I could bring up some things about probably every wrestler, from the Usos to the Young Bucks to FTR to all of them. They've all had some type of a problem. So, you know what? That would be an interesting thing, to have a huge, huge, huge tag team build up and have it in the greatest mecca in the world, Madison Square Garden. 21,000 people. And then the overflow goes to the Felt Forum with another 8,000. But you build it up, and you start with, okay, some of the matches go WWE, then some of them are at AEW, then some of them are at New Japan, some of them are at Impact. Then you build it up in the finales in Madison Square. That is sports entertainment, and that's what we need to get back to, in my opinion. That's the Chiefs rant today. Over and out.
Going off that, could you imagine the booking meeting between like the heads of these companies? Like, no, my guy's gonna win. No, my guy's gonna win.
Be a lot of bloodshed in those meetings, and maybe everything falling apart.
There would have to be like some kind of cameras in that room, and I would watch that solely as a pay-per-view.
Little war room camera. And good morning, Garth. We saw your comment. Good morning.
Somebody's thinking about it real hard over there, and he hasn't said a comment yet, and I'm waiting for his comment.
I don't even, honestly, I don't see there being bloodshed. I don't. The reason I say that is because Tony owns it. So
the only one that would really be, the only one that, in my mind, that would have to be worked out would be between Vince and Tony.
Yeah, and that I don't see happening anytime soon.
I don't know. Hard to say.
If like the main event of that show was Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns versus Okada, just to watch like the bickering of who's going over, what's going on.
In real life, right? This is highly unlikely, but let's just say it'll happen, right? Let's say somehow, some way it happens.
Sure.
What is the more global product? WWE.
WWE is always...
I'm not trying to be that WWE guy,
No.
but it's a fact.
Yes.
I mean,
totally agree with you.
So from a mindset of wrestling, you're going to go with the most popular item because it's going to help all three companies get more viewers.
Sure.
You already have WWE that has the global viewership.
And I think the one thing I didn't bring up, and I will now, I think for all the companies, what Matt just brought up, that match right there, can you imagine the money that those companies would make?
Mm-hmm. Tons.
They wouldn't have to sell merchandise.
You couldn't have a show like that in Madison Square Garden.
Why not?
It would have to be, you could sell out like Cowboy Stadium.
Good morning.
What's up, Aaron?
Good morning, Aaron.
How's the golf course?
Okay. No, I the Silver Dome. Could they have it there?
Yeah, definitely. They can hold a place
Or-
to hold 100,000 easily.
Let me throw this at you to add.
Did you just say the Silver Dome?
Yeah.
Did you say silver or solar?
Didn't they tear
Silver.
that
Well,
down?
hasn't that thing been destroyed for like 4 years now?
I was just wanting to make sure you guys were listening to me. That's all. Yes, it has.
They can hold in the dirt a lot.
But
too.
wait. Here's a good point, though. Okay, and I want to throw this at you. You have one match, Madison Square Garden. Okay. You have another match, Allegiant Stadium.
Oh, here we go, WrestleMania 3.
There you
Two.
go. All,
WrestleMania 2.
Oh, two, my bad.
all over the place. You have matches. And you have it in cities. You know, WWE picks a city where they want. Impact picks one. AEW picks one. New Japan picks one. All right? They each get two or... Say it's a 12-match card. They each get 2 or 3 matches. You could have a hell of a card, and you could make a hell of a lot of money. And as you say, take my money.
That would be hilarious.
It would
WWE
work.
would be like, we can fill the Allegiant Stadium. It's cool. Impact's version would be like, we got Sam's Town. And it'd still struggle to get people in there.
Lots of paper. Papering it like crazy. Then
Hey, Chief. Uh-oh.
he's reading the monitor. But Aaron is plugging
Aaron
the phone
says
number.
it's quiet. They're all out on the course. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And he also
Good.
and he also plugged the phone number to call in people.
Yeah, 702-329-6947 in the U.S. and international is 855-502-4321. I got it. There we go. See that?
The timing on that.
It's a solicitor. just
Hang
like
up.
that.
All operators are busy at this time. Please hold.
It's a spam call.
Should give everyone the rejection hotline number.
So anyway, you
That's
know,
the
hey,
thing.
I think so.
you know, we talk about creative writing. I just gave you some creative, and I'm being honest. I gave you some creative writing. It could come off. Okay, I could see it happen. I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow, but I could see it happen in a couple of
It's
years.
a miracle I didn't hear him say the word territories anytime in there.
I could.
Oh, God.
What? What about territories? You want to talk about territories? We'll talk
God,
about
no.
territories
No.
now. Then shut up. Just shut up.
The only people that have something
Shut
to say
up.
about territories can take their teeth
Let
out.
me put my teeth back in there. All right, let's get back to it.
Mustafa Ali returned on Raw after holding out, wanting his release, but eventually they came to some form of agreement to bring him back on TV. Do you think it's going to last long, or do you think he's going to get released sometime soon?
He could be released today if they keep doing the releases. You never know.
I actually think it's going to last because he wouldn't have he wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have won this. This is clearly turning into some type of storyline. I'm not saying it's going to be a good one, but it could be something. I don't know. I don't think he's getting released. I think they worked something out, and we're going to see where it goes.
I definitely hope so.
Oh no, not the teeth.
At least you didn't have to see it in person.
I mean,
Ember Moon did quite the interview.
Oh yes,
And
he
she
did.
was saying that they had a meeting with the female talent saying they all had to go dress like Mandy Rose in like sexier outfits and skimpier ring gear and all this stuff. It's crazy.
That is so crazy.
Why? Why is it crazy?
Because they all don't look like Mandy Rose.
Most of them do.
Most of them kind of fit the category, but you don't want like
You don't
carbon
want-
copies of the same person.
No, but think about it. How many people? This might get a little. I'm not trying to get canceled, so I gotta be careful. But
Hubcaps.
how many male fans are really? Let's be real now. Sit there and where's the camera at? Which one's looking? Listen. Whichever one's. I don't know which one's staring at me, but you male fans. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that go to the shows just to watch these girls wrestle in their underwear, and the ones that go get their autographs because you think you can sleep with them. Listen. This is for you. The wrestlers are already wearing skimpy stuff. And I love Ember, right? I'm a huge fan of hers. But here's the thing. I think her outfit was sexy.
Yeah.
So what is she talking about? Sex sells. We know this.
True.
And the company is just doing... First of all, why wouldn't you want your women to feel empowered, to feel sexy?
Yeah.
Hey, go out there and look as sexy as you want. Hell yeah, let's do that. I'd love to see it. If they want to do it, they can do it. Now, if they don't want to and they have an objection to something, fine. But I don't necessarily agree with her comment because it's like they all already dress sexy. I don't see what's going on here. How much sexier can you get? Naked? Because sure, I'll watch.
Nikki Ash.
But it goes with the character. She's a superhero, so it goes with the character. So let her do her thing.
Okay.
But I mean,
right.
You know,
I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean,
I'm
not saying everyone wants to watch.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Aaron,
if there's a release list, he's on the top of mine.
Anyway, to throw out here, just so we know, Mr. Ali has 2.5 years left on his contract.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Okay.
And Aaron comments, new hubcaps for Chief.
Yes. Raquel came up last night. Yes.
I'm not a fan of the character. I hate the smiling babyface character for her.
Oh yeah, Aaron's talking about the whole outfits thing that I was. Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, Nia Jax was trying it, so hey.
You know,
a lot of fabric.
One person in my mind's always looked professional in the ring is Tamina Snuka.
Yeah.
She's always looked professional in the ring, in her outfits.
It bothers me because she doesn't really have a gimmick. It kills me. She had a gimmick when she first showed up.
Superfly.
And then she just is just Tamina Snuka.
Her gimmick her whole time was Jimmy Snuka's daughter.
Yeah, but I mean, like, then do it. You know, do the print on the outfit. Do something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yep.
And they just let her just stay in this
Well,
gray area.
Well, now she has no gimmick.
Yeah.
Just
They'd be like,
Tamina.
you're a good hand, just put everybody over.
Yeah.
But Pest says, I think Ember Moon is just saying things just to say it. I agree. I mean, and that's coming from me being a huge Ember Moon fan. I love her. I mean, I followed her since she was Athena. When she started training in Booker T's academy, that's when I was like, oh, she's special.
Yes.
And so I'm a huge fan. And plus, like, she's the first person who can make cosplay sexy. So I don't know what the hell anybody's talking about. Like, I don't know why she's saying that.
I think she's going the Mickey James route, just saying some shit to get her name out there.
She just
like with the whole trash
had
bag
a moment
thing.
with the whole the superplex into the steel chairs.
Yeah. That was nuts.
She didn't need to say anything.
Nope.
Whatever. Sorry, I went off a little
No.
Ri-
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Ryan's rant for the day.
I love you, Ember.
WWE wants to do more stadium shows in 2023. They're trying to do all of their premium live events in stadiums.
There you go. It's just what I was talking about.
Madison Square Garden is not a stadium.
That's just what I was talking about.
Basketball arena.
But he was talking about the 3 arenas. So it makes
sense.
Yeah.
Here's my...
Why you always badmouth me, man? Always.
You're not going to sell out.
You fucking
Seriously,
ugly.
if they go to...
Huh?
Let's say they go to Dodger Stadium for Extreme Rules in September. Are they really going to sell out Dodger Stadium?
I don't know what...
Does any of the companies really sell out their stadiums?
No.
Period.
Well, no, but I mean, are they going to draw enough to make it look nice on TV?
True.
I agree with. No, I don't agree. She's trying to get as much attention. Okay.
He's talking about Ember Moon still.
Okay. Well, all wrestlers try to. That's why it's sports entertainment.
I have a major gripe with stadium shows.
Go ahead.
Why?
Unless you're sitting in the right spot, it's useless. I'm like, you got a 20 by 20 ring, best case scenario. What are you gonna see?
Is there? I haven't been to Allegiant yet.
It was terrible.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah. Got these huge, those stupid pylons they put in at every corner and have that stupid canopy over it.
Right.
So everybody on the angles can't see anything.
Okay, I got you.
And then if you're sitting too high, then you have that gigantic screen in the way. And if you're sitting on the floor where I was, if you're anything past like 10 rows back,
Right.
it's useless.
To everyone
it wasn't
standing up,
crazy
it
bad.
was.
See, that's why they need to go to Madison Square. There's not a bad seat in the house there.
Aaron says there's no way they're selling out Dodger Stadium.
Well, and that's what I brought up to you guys. You guys do a lot more of the shows than I do, and I'm, realistically.
Oh my God.
How
Pest says WWE is a 3-ring circus.
It should be sponsored by Ringling Bailey or whatever it is.
How what company really does sell out? Or
So is it considered a sellout when you block off half of the arena to build your stage?
well, let me ask you this: realistically, do they put all of the seats
Yeah,
on for tickets,
that's the thing.
or do they only put a certain amount for the crowd, and then the other part of it is blacked out?
Allegiant Stadium was like half blocked off.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so.
But I get it from WWE's point of view.
Well,
I guess if you go to like a basketball arena and you have like an 18,000 arena, you get 18,000 people. That's cool. But if you go to like an arena that holds 50,000 people and you get 30, 40,000 people, you don't even necessarily have to show up to make more, sell out to make more money. But you have the potential for more fans to be there to watch your shows.
Yeah, I would rather sell out T-Mobile because my fans would have literally any seat in that arena is great. Yeah, and then everybody can see everything.
I think MGM Grand too.
It's a love-hate relationship with MGM Grand for me.
No, I'm just saying. I've been to a few things in the venue there, and when I was looking around, there really wasn't a bad seat in the house.
That's true.
And I think that's what it boils down to. It'll be interesting to see what we get with AEW at T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Coming up in May.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the WWE shows that have run at T-Mobile, the acoustics are insane. They're so good. And, I mean, when that thing is packed, the crowd literally makes that thing shake. I love it.
I can't wait for that West Coast Madison Square Garden sphere thing to be built. Vince still has a hard-on for Madison Square Garden, so I'm pretty sure WWE's going to be at that thing like 2 or 3 times a year.
I mean, that's where his dad held all his shows. The majority of his shows is grand.
Well, I don't know if he has a hard on anymore. They're never there. They just run house shows there now, no TVs.
True.
When was the last time there was a TV taping at the Garden? Before the pandemic.
Well, before WWE got as big as it did, there used to be tapings at Madison Square every month.
that was their home turf. But
okay.
nowadays they don't. Like Matt was just saying, they have a hard on.
I agree.
But he doesn't anymore. He's never there.
Do you know where WWE actually got its start?
There we go.
Where? Where? The Garden or Philly?
Washington D.C.
Yeah,
that's where they got their start. Washington D.C.
Yeah, because Capital Wrestling was in Washington.
That's exactly right. That's where they got their start.
To go back to Pest's comment, yeah, you're right. They do give away a lot of tickets via radio shows and all that stuff. Also, he stated that he thinks Mandalay Bay is the best arena for this.
Well, we'll
find out when AEW Rampage and Dynamite are here.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to have 2 nights of AEW at Mandalay Bay, and we're going to have one at T-Mobile. So I'll tell you what, Pest, after the 3 days of shows that I go to, come on our show, remind me, and I'll give you my opinion of who I think who had the best venue as far as site visibility for the shows. How about that?
Boom.
Sounds good to me. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a huge review of all them shows when we're done.
Just remind me to take my glasses.
Hello, Jamie.
You take your glasses, I'll keep the teeth in.
Okay. All right.
Cody Rhodes is announced as the new guest for Stone Cold Sessions. I think that's the one everybody's been wanting since he came back, because Stone Cold will ask the questions.
Yes, Aaron, you did miss Chiefs rant.
Sorry, Aaron.
I hope it was worth it, Aaron.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch the replay.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, go back to sleep.
What do you think Stone Cold's going to ask? Like, what's the one question you would ask Cody between, like, The WWE AEW stuff.
Ooh.
What was it like being an owner in one company and not being an owner in the other?
Yeah.
I think that you want the honest answer. Stone Cold will ask the honest question. And that's an honest question.
I mean, was he? I guess he was an executive vice president. I guess you could say he was an owner in AEW. But I would ask Cody.
You mean yes, Stone Cold? Ask Cody.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, just checking. I want to make sure you
Yes.
got
Yes,
your
okay.
facts again. I'll be at all 3 shows too. Deal, Chief. Okay, buddy.
We'll see you there.
Love you, pest. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt
I lost
you.
my train of thought.
Ah, good. I finally got his ass.
Oh,
Take your time.
I completely forgot what I was going to say now.
It wasn't important.
No, it
man.
wasn't. 'Cause I get distracted by Roman.
Wasn't too good of a question.
No,
then.
it wasn't.
So look, here's one thing I will say about the whole Cody and being back.
What do you
right?
think?
What I would ask him necessarily, I don't know what you can ask him at this point anymore because he's pretty much already poured his heart out and gave you all the answers. With the bump and all the other shows they got going on, he's
Yeah.
given you everything you need to know. This is just another way to get Cody in your face.
True.
Everybody knows Stone Cold's my favorite wrestler, but so I'm not, of course I'm gonna of course I'm gonna watch it. But my thing is how much longer are we gonna shove Cody in everyone's face before people go, oh God, it's the John Cena syndrome?
I got an interesting question. What would if Stone Cold was to ask Cody, how come you went back to WWE from AEW where you were a owner and your brother Dustin is staying in AEW and not going back to WWE? Why?
I think he's more liked in he's always liked in WWE, but he's more useful in AEW because they actually have him training people, doing
He's wanting to expand.
They'll ask him to put his wrestling mind out there and helping the younger people.
I don't disagree.
But
Hey,
I don't
check out
disagree.
catering in this town.
But the thing
That's all
is,
you're doing.
he was also training the women's division in WWE for a while.
Yep.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was actually a producer for a while.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what I don't understand. With Cody going back and the Rhodes name holding such esteem in WWE, I don't understand. I do understand why. Dustin is being his own man.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin is doing what Dustin needs to do for himself.
100%. And I think
and you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad. I wish Dustin would go back and the Rhodes would possibly become a faction again.
100%.
But I don't think it's going to happen. I think Dustin's very happy training the women at AEW, or at least helping out with it.
I think when it's all said and done, he goes back over, does one little hoorah, might not even be a year,
Retires.
and then goes to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because he's got a Hall of Fame career.
Yep.
No question.
Yep. Don't disagree with you on that. And
If Dustin were to go back, he'd be Goldust in a heartbeat.
And I am 100% okay with that.
And then I would love to see Marlena come back. And put all that's a wish. Okay, that's a wish, and we know that's a wish. But
that's the hubcap of hubcaps.
But it would be awesome to see the three roads back together, so to speak.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a. See, that's good. That's good writing right there.
Well, the thing would be,
that's good shit.
What kind of relationship does Dustin and Terry have?
As far as I know, they're
cordial?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because when Dakota got married, they were all at the wedding and everything, and Dustin gave her away. So yeah, no, they're all good. So, yeah, Marlene, yeah, she'd hubcap. Yeah.
Before we go to
sex
commercial,
sells. Hell yeah. Uh-huh.
Before we go to commercial break,
Okay.
The WWE's currently in the UK. Did you guys see the Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley?
Hey, is Lashley
and the ring?
Oh my god!
Is Lashley okay?
Yeah,
he
everyone says he's okay.
He took a
like,
freaking bump.
Oh,
the top rope broke and he almost broke his damn neck.
He went ass over head. I mean, that was no joke.
That was scary. I saw that thing when I was like out near the draft. I was like, "Dear God, is he okay?"
And you know, for those of you who've been to wrestling matches and have never seen one of those ropes snap, a lot of tension on them.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I asked the first thing was why is Lashley okay? Because going ass over head. Huh?
They said I should do cartoon voiceovers.
So totally off subject,
Okay.
but the guy sitting next to Chief should do cartoon voiceovers. The dude has a voice for it.
Okay.
Aaron's got some competition.
Hey, Brandon, what's up, buddy? Top of the morning to you.
Thanks for joining us for hour number 1. We're going to go to commercial for... We'll be back with hour number 2 with more WWE, AEW, and Impact news, some pop culture, and some birthdays. See you guys in a minute or two.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcasts. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news. Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
And we're back with Matt. This guy that's got a New York Brooklyn Nets jersey shirt on. Ryan. I know who it is. That's my buddy Ryan, who I get my figures from. Whenever I need one, Mr. Ryan comes through for me.
He is the figure guy.
And some guy that needs to do voiceovers for characters. Thomas. Hey, guys. Let's get to it. What's up next on the card there, Mr. Matt?
I heard a wrestling story.
Well, we got Brandon commenting on Facebook saying that Chief do his rant that he promised when he was chatting on Tuesday Night Mania podcast with William Hudson.
It's coming. That one it's going to come later in the show. Trust me. It's going to be okay.
You were on William Hudson's podcast?
I was on there.
Ah, that's cool.
Coast to Coast.
Nice.
Podcast. And I'm
in the chat room.
And I'm going to tell you, the guys did a great job. And
they do a great job.
If I can go off script just for a minute, they do a great job. And it was really interesting because you would have enjoyed it because they went back history-wise. And the last part of the show, they built their own wrestling
Dream card.
Dream card up.
Well, that's cool.
With matches.
That's pretty cool.
It was very, very interesting, and I applaud them for what they do. And so, hey, you want something different? Go listen to Coast on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m.
Yeah, as long as they're not Saturdays 9 to 11. Go listen to them whenever you
nope,
want.
Look at that
nope. So, shout out to you guys.
I miss the old school sets like that.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset when we went to like SummerSlam and we walked into Allegiant Stadium and all you see is like the little tunnel and
two doors
and a couple like LED screens. I was like, what in God's name is this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would like to say one thing, Chief.
Talk to me, Goose.
This is definitely not a Brooklyn Nets item at all. This is I'm a Miami Heat fan.
I don't care where you. I don't care who you support. I don't care who you support.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Miami,
yes,
the
sir.
305.
Yes, sir.
See, Chief knows. Ha, he ain't gonna fool me, man.
I was checking through the wrestling news
Talk
and I
to
saw
me. Talk
one
to me.
article solely that I thought would make you extremely angry.
No, not at all.
Bully
up,
Ray was
Jason?
on Busted Open saying that John Cena's 16 title reigns means more than Ric Flair's.
No.
So when like Randy Orton says he's going after the 16-time champion, he should be saying he's going after John Cena's record, not Ric Flair's. Who, in your guys' opinion, has the stronger 16 reigns?
I'll let you go first. I'll let you go. Just don't steal my thunder, but I will. I will let you. I'm going to take my teeth
I think I'm gonna have the
out.
opposite of everybody.
I'm going
so
to take
y'all
my.
can go
I'm going to
nuts.
take my teeth out for this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna first of all I want to give you the full credit here because on break you already started and I had to.
You know where I'm going, man.
So, look, and I know we're gonna tag team on this for sure, but there's first of all we never even got to count all of Ric Flair's actual title reigns because if we really, I think when he was asked about it, how many he actually had, he's like, I don't even have a number, but it's well over 30. So, are we really gonna even compare these two? First of all, you have New Era, so of course you have this side of the table. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying this the fans to the right, all of our fans from 2000 and up. Yeah, they're gonna, to them, sure, the John Cena title reign probably does mean more. But to people that have wrestling fans that have been watching much longer than that, and not only that, but even current fans that have took the time to go back and actually appreciate older wrestling and where wrestling started, you're gonna see what Ric Flair has actually done. And he wasn't doing it for merchandising. He wasn't doing it for, all the stuff that Cena was. I'm not saying Cena's not a great wrestler because he is. He's probably one of the safest people out there. But Ric Flair was out there
Seth Rollins up.
doing banger after banger after banger every single night. That's why he kept the title. And not to mention, his character spoke for itself. I mean, no one was more believable at that time than Ric Flair.
Cena, Mr. Cena, in his time, to win the 16 titles is awesome. In his block of time.
Mm-hmm.
And in the area where he's known. Okay. Ric Flair won the titles all over the world and is known worldwide. That's the difference between the two of them. Okay.
I'm gonna start a fight.
No, you ain't gonna start. No, you're not. You're not gonna start a fight. I'm not gonna get upset. Cena.
Oh, you're going to.
I am.
Cena. Okay, I'm just gonna put it politely. Cena cannot hold Ric Flair's jockstrap. It's that simple. Okay. Now, if you want to start the fight, start the fight. No problem. I'm putting it out there.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm just putting it out there.
And
If you go back and you listen to Ric Flair's Hall of Fame speech, who did he go out with until 3 o'clock in the morning at the bar? John Cena. He mentored Cena when he came to the WWE, and Cena started in the WWE. So there's the respect that Cena has for Flair. All right? And if Cena didn't have that respect, Cena wouldn't have the title 16 times. But it's the WWE title that he had.
People are going to hate me in a second.
It wasn't the world title. And by world, I mean world. Flair had to defend it all over the world, not just in the United States. and not just in the WWE. He had to go into different companies and defend it. That's the difference.
Damn it.
In my opinion.
I think Cena's was more important. Because he was a champion in one promotion. The world-renowned promotion. He didn't have to go to like 100 different companies to take their belts to... I can already see him stirring. This is amazing.
But that's where...
He didn't have to go country to state to be like, oh, I'm going to be this champion, I'm going to be this champion.
But see, that's the difference in wrestling when fellas like Flair and Harley Race and Vern Gagne and things like, places and people like that had to go all over the world to different companies and defend it. You look at Cena. Cena never went up against the Giant Baba or the Destroyer in Japan in Kurigan Hall. He wrestled in the WWE. That's the only place he wrestled.
So it's like right now.
Was the No, let me finish. Let me finish. That's the only place that he wrestled. That's the only place he wrestled was WWE. Okay? He didn't go to other companies. So
didn't need to.
So that's in my mind, that's the difference between Flair being recognized around the world as the champion in different companies and Cena being recognized as the champion in the WWE. And don't forget, Ric Flair did hold the title in WWE also, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. But with that logic, who's more recognized, the WWE champion right now, Roman Reigns, or Matt Cardona because he has 7 championships in 7 different promotions right now?
But we're talking about 2 different calibers of athlete, though.
True.
Like, you're talking...
But the title... But supposedly those titles mean just as much, so if you have 7 of them over one person in that company...
Okay. Matt Cardona, huge fan, love you. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Those titles don't mean jack shit.
True.
Even the NWA title now
I'm just trying to start shit,
nothing.
I know.
Unfortunately, the NWA title now means nothing.
Totally agree with you. Absolutely.
Right?
I totally agree with you.
Those are for fun. And I'm not saying they don't mean anything at all. I'm just saying to the level that we're speaking of. We're speaking of uber talent Ric Flair. Yeah. Uber talent Cena.
Sure.
These guys that are world-renowned names. I'm sure if you go to Japan right now and you say Cena, they're going to know what you're talking about. You say Ric Flair, they're 100% going to know what you're talking about. Oh, true.
I'm going to give you one name that Japan will know, bar none, the Destroyer.
Of course. I mean, so to give Flair even more credit, so he was able to accomplish all of this and be the guy without social media, without global television.
True.
They didn't even, back then, there was no merch.
And back then...
They didn't have merch.
And back then, the title traveled. WWE's title doesn't travel.
No.
So, sure, was Cena a 16-time champion in WWE? That's awesome.
And don't get me wrong, okay? I applaud Cena, and I hope Cena does come back this summer.
Yeah.
Because he is a great entertainer, and he's probably one of the safest workers WWE has. Okay.
Seth Rollins
but even so, like earlier, Jason, the literally number 1 Cena fan that we all know, just said that Ric Flair's 16-time title reign means more than Cena's. You, sir, the door is there.
I'm just blatantly trying to start.
And see, fans, for those of you that don't know, he's just trying to get under the Chief's skin, and it ain't going to work today.
You make me sick.
It ain't going to work.
I'm gonna puke.
Nice try.
We'll go to Plan B. All right, let's move on to the AEW Impact Indie Report.
All right.
The Inspiration announced that they're leaving Impact Wrestling and they're stepping away from in-ring competition indefinitely.
Cool.
I know that's got to hurt you because you're one of their biggest fans.
I'm guessing either one of them got pregnant or they're going to OnlyFans or some nonsense.
Okay.
What's OnlyFans?
Your
website.
Huh?
Remember. It's your website.
There's Chiefs OnlyFans right now.
That's the Thoughts Count
that
Anywhere
one.
only. That's
That one.
Chiefs OnlyFans.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, that is my fan. I have that at home. That's how old it is.
His OnlyFans.
My only fan.
He's got the only fan that's got to wind up.
I still got a rotary dial telephone, so there you go. All right. I'll bring my flip phone in next week.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
boy. I mean,
Don't laugh. I got 2 or 3 of them at the
I'm
house,
sure
man.
you do. But as far as maybe they're just, I don't know, maybe they're going to AEW.
Very interesting.
Wait, okay. Do any of us actually think they're like these uber talented wrestlers at all?
No.
So who cares?
I
They're nice to look at.
If you would have told me, if you wouldn't have said that they were leaving, I would have never known.
Can I be perfectly honest? We saw them when? How many months ago?
October, November?
Yes,
Yeah, October.
I got to be honest. I wasn't impressed.
Right.
Okay. Eye candy, yes, but being as far as wrestling in the ring, impressed? No. Sorry.
What was it that match? It was Jessica McKay and was it Madison?
I think it was Madison. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it was
That
Madison
was-
because Tennille wasn't here.
That was awful.
So
It was terrible. Jess is not the worker of the group.
I just,
Cassie's the better worker out of the two.
I mean, I don't know.
I think they snuck out of their contracts, or they're just going to become like worry about modeling. Or
Well,
some
I mean,
nonsense.
Scott D'Amore said, that they were very happy to have him in Impact, and the door's always open.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So-
if I was him, I'd be happy to have them too. They bring a shit ton of followers then.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows though? Who knows?
In other news, Killer Cross finally locked down his ring name, so he don't have to.
What's his ring name now?
Killer Cross.
That's right.
That's what it's been for everything but WWE.
The Toll Man. The Toll Man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where's my mask, Chief? Where's my helmet? The only one that actually liked that helmet.
He has it.
This is kind of an interesting story. Warner Brothers and Discovery, after the merger, said they're going to end scripted development for TNT and TBS. What does this mean for AEW? Because they're totally a scripted TV show.
Absolutely nothing. They're not going anywhere. They bring in the ratings. They're not just, see what they're talking about is they're not going to be developing sitcoms and.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, it's not, AEW not going anywhere.
Sports entertainment.
Yeah.
According to Chris Jericho. I wonder how much that gets under like Vince's skin.
Hey, I want
Probably
to.
not.
That he
Probably
actually
loves it.
trademarked sports entertainer.
I think he loves
That
it.
is hilarious.
Hey, I just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
What if 605 Live comes back on Saturday nights
605.
on TBS?
He's trying to go old school again.
Yeah, it's like
On T- on
WCW
on
and
Saturday Night
Fuck
Live.
it.
Was it Saturday night.
on
Saturday night.
TBS.
World
T-
Championship Wrestling.
TBS 605, and it's ROH for 2 hours.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Out of the Atlanta studio too, in the Ted Turner building. That would be awesome to bring it back.
Doesn't the NWA run out of that building? Out of that
No,
stage?
no, they
Or are you
went
talking about center stage?
center stage.
Center stage.
Yep.
When I say Ring of Honor go to a day where people will actually watch.
Saturday.
That's where TV shows go to die.
Here's my thing.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
We're so oversaturated at this point with sports entertainment. I don't. Adding another day, that would kill me.
Do you watch MLW?
I do.
Saturday nights?
I don't watch it Saturday nights. I just watch it online when I get a chance because I don't have time.
See, I watch it Saturday. By saying saturated, when I think of saturated, I'm thinking, okay, we got wrestling Monday night. We got wrestling Tuesday night. We got wrestling Wednesday night. Skip Thursday night because I don't get Impact. Go Friday night. Saturday night's MLW. Okay, so the only nights we got 2 nights free, basically. Well, no, 1 night, Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. my thought is MLW's on for an hour on, I forget what channel I see it on. But put ROH on Saturday, 6:05. You know, bring some old. You want to bring some old school back now. 6:05 live. Okay, out of Atlanta, in the studio, live studio. Okay, that shit would get over. Because I'll tell you, and I'm just saying from my perspective of what I've been to and what I've been able to see growing up in watching wrestling. You go into live studio in Tennessee, went in live studio in Memphis, okay, went into live studio in New York City when Vince's father owned it, okay, and you have live, there's nothing like it, nothing. People are trying to get the tickets like you wouldn't believe. And if you've got a good product, which I think NXT was on the right idea when Triple H was there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's gone down the shitters now. But if you were to put a good quality product on TV, on a TV channel that is worldwide, TBS, it's worldwide, or at least United States wide, you put ROH on there for 2 hours, people are going to watch it. In my opinion, they are.
I just feel that at this point, wrestling fans are so spoiled and just handed everything on a silver platter at this point, and they still find something to complain about.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
just another show is another reason for them to A, not go, and B, complain about it. And unless we take something away and make them miss it, I don't know. I mean, trust me, I as a fan would absolutely love that idea.
Are people fans, or are some people marks?
Oh.
The internet wrestling community is a wild, wild place.
Okay.
Very wild.
And there's the question right there. You know, I've always said, as wrestling fans, we know too much.
Yeah.
There's not that, for a better word, mystique anymore. We know what's going to... I mean, come on. You listen to MJF Wednesday night, and he said that there's a big guy coming in, and he made a comment about when Morrissey and what's his name were together.
Enzo.
And KD Wiz 97. What has wrestling never experienced? An actual invasion. Maybe Tony Khan and Vince McMahon could get an amazing 6-month Survivor Series to WrestleMania, run out of an AEW or WWE invasion of the other. Would benefit both, give fans something new. Hell yeah, I'm right there with you, brother. Totally agree. You're keeping it secret, and people don't know about it, and that's what I think today's wrong with professional wrestling is, Morrissey and Enzo. He made a comment. What I was alluding to Wednesday night, he made a comment about one of the catchphrases they used to use when they wrestled together. Well, you knew damn right well it wasn't going to be Enzo coming because they said a big guy. It's got to be Morrissey. Now, is Morrissey still under contract to Impact?
I don't know.
I think he is.
Well, I don't know, but I'll look it up, and hopefully we can find out. But so, in sense, is Impact and AEW going to start working together again?
Yeah, I think
Hopefully.
so. I mean, again, we're back to the same thing, though. It's beneficial for the fans, of course, but again, now we have situations like Tony Khan, who is now constantly going out and using the term, Forbidden Door is going to be broken, and then no one's complaining about that. They're getting excited. But God forbid Vince was to do that. Oh, he's just going to use this term to screw it up again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Don't oversaturate Forbidden Door. If you're going to do it right, do it big, and then after that, fans are going to be like, holy crap, we can legitimately expect anything.
True.
Because Forbidden Door having one guy from New Japan that we already know is wrestling everywhere isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Having a couple guys from Impact come over, sure, is that cool? Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But, I forgot the guy's name, but the guy that mentioned the last comment on Twitter.
Yeah.
KD Wiz?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, shit, I'm in
KD Wiz
trouble.
Mind your P's and Q's now, sir.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I'll be on my best behavior now. Hi, hon. How are you?
On Dynamite, it was announced that the main event of Double or Nothing here in Las Vegas is going to be Adam Page versus CM Punk. But with Adam Page not being there due to COVID, there was supposed to be some kind of big angle or something to announce the match. But instead, they just put a video up after the FTR match and were like, oh, here's your main event. And then CM Punk cut a promo. Should have they just waited a week for Adam Page to come back to do their little whatever they were going to do instead of just, oh, yeah, here's biggest pay-per-view of the year. Here's the main event. It's on the screen. Cool.
I told you already, it's about to be Summer of Punk 22.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Khan is a fanboy, and he's playing with his real-life action figures. He loves CM Punk. This is it. You're getting it. There's no question. This is what we're going to see. This is what we're going to get. He's so excited that he had to put it out there.
He said in many interviews that when he first started AEW that like, if you can have any wrestlers on this planet in your promotion, who would it be? He's always said CM Punk and Chris Jericho.
He was like, CM Punk. That's what he was doing. But yeah.
He cannot wait to give CM Punk that belt.
Nope.
He's probably going to give CM Punk his own version, spinning version.
He makes a spinning version. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, I don't.
Dear Lord.
I don't see a spinning title anytime soon. But yeah, Punk will be champ at Double or Nothing. But they should have waited to do something with Hangman.
Just a week. Now, maybe it was him being a little nervous and going, oh, if he's out for 2 weeks, we might have to,
Yeah.
Even then, it's not like the pay-per-view is not at the end of May.
Yeah, but, you got to think. It's gonna be mine. So,
He wants to sell the remaining tickets that are available.
Yeah. I get it. You
There ain't many left, honestly.
So Punk's going to win the match from Hangman. Huh?
Oh, we're all calling that right
okay,
now.
Okay, so I'm going to go further. So then the next one's going to be Punk and Omega. That's going to be the next feud.
Punk's holding that title.
Okay. No. I'm just going out as a wrestling fan. The next thing's going to happen. Okay.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
It's going to be Punk and Omega.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Punk versus Bebe. One of the two.
No, you got to keep, after Cole losing all those matches to Hangman, you've got to keep him out of the title picture for a while. Rebuild them and get them hot again.
That to me is going to be it. It's either going to be Omega or it's going to be Bebe. One of the two.
I just want to see Kenta versus CM Punk at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
I think it's going to be Okada and Punk. Champion versus champion.
Hey, I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I'm just calling it. I think it's going to be Punk and Omega. It's going to be the next storyline in AEW. That's what I think.
As long as he comes back in time.
Yeah. Who knows when Kenny's coming back? Because he was supposed to just get his second surgery like right around now, I believe.
How long did he wrestle injured?
Like years.
So he can wrestle injured.
Yeah, but he's not going to. If he wanted to,
don't say he's not going to. You don't know that. I don't know that. He's the only one that knows that.
If he wanted to, he wouldn't have gone in the surgery. He wouldn't be off TV for the last 6 months.
Well, evidently he's got enough money to go off TV though.
Yeah, but if he didn't want the surgery, if he wanted to wrestle, he would have kept going. But he couldn't. But
I'm sure.
I think he wants to get fully healthy.
He had minor knee surgery. I don't think he's going to be out like 3 more months because of that.
Hey, Kenny, this is Tony. I'll give you $1 million. Will you come back and wrestle? Oh, you want me to wrestle for the championship against CM Punk? I'll be on the next plane. Click.
So, who do we think? Collectively, who do you guys think is going to be the first 2-time AEW champion?
Omega. Without Don Callis.
Moxley.
I'll go Kenny Omega.
I would love to. Don't get me wrong. I'd love. You know, I'm a Mox fan. I am. I'm a mark for Moxley.
Yeah.
Okay, he's one of me, and like Morrissey is.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think it's going to be Omega. And rightly so. I think, Kenny's done a lot for the business.
Yeah.
More so in Japan than what we've seen here in the United States. Okay,
True.
and the other guy that comes to mind, who I would love to see come to AEW, is Will Ospreay. I'd love to see him come.
Oh, I would love to see Ospreay come in.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite wrestlers, like outside WWE.
I love
I'd
him,
to see
man.
go to
I love
AEW.
him, and he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a wrestler, and he's gotten a huge push in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, a huge push, as Mr. Omega has. Okay, the Bullet Club has. But you want to see what a different company can do for you. Go back and watch some of the Destroyers matches over in Japan and see how he was treated.
He was like royalty over there.
Go back and watch some matches. That's all I'm going to say.
I've had many conversations with him about like his time in Japan.
Super.
It's crazy.
Oh hell yeah. Dick Bayer, super guy.
You know what? I agree with you. I think it's going to be Kenny to be the first two-time AEW champion. I think it's imperative that they do that and make an AEW guy become that, not a former WWE guy.
True.
Selfishly, I want it to be Jericho. But that's a selfish reason. But I understand and I respect your opinion. I think it's going to be Kenny.
And as a professional, there's nobody better than Jericho. No one.
Yeah.
Okay. Jericho, right now, neck and neck. Okay, let's face it. It's Jericho and it's Roman Reigns. It's not Hangman. Hangman's got the belt, but selling on TV right now, it's Jericho and it's Roman Reigns. They're the two that are selling.
Yeah, anything Jericho does, turns to gold.
Yeah.
Anything. Literally anything. I mean, who turns a freaking clipboard into gold? Jericho.
He put over a potted plant.
Yep.
I mean, he's
And-
literally been in like 3 different factions already.
Yeah.
And every one of them is people are buying their shirts like crazy.
Hell
it's,
yeah.
It's the Jericho effect.
Yeah.
You love it. I mean,
The ultimate heel turn he could ever do is like change his theme song.
yeah, and he probably will because he's Jericho and he knows what'll work.
He's got a new album coming out, so I'm pretty sure it's about to happen.
Yeah.
With this character change, he should go to maybe go no music. That way the fans can't sing along. Really be the ultimate heel. Go
No, if you do
music.
no music, everyone knows the words to Judas. Everyone's still gonna sing it.
But it should be some like super generic like video game wrestling theme.
Oh, we have a caller.
All right, who we got on the line here?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Aaron Phillips, and I'm calling in from the Revere Golf Club down in Henderson. How is everybody doing there today?
What's up?
Doing good. How is football players and everything going over there?
Oh, they're doing great. We're under secrecy about how they are actually. Don't want to get out that they're playing golf like Charles Barkley. So we got to keep things on the wrap.
Any hubcaps over there?
There are. Yes, there's a couple, and if I could snag a picture or two, I'll send them to you, Chief.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
But no hubcap better than Dewdrop dressing up like sexy stuff.
No, Nikki ASH.
Oh my goodness, no.
Hey,
Thank you.
You having fun last night and today? Good time?
Oh my goodness, I'm out here at the Revere Country Club. This is the Celebrity Grudge Match NFC AFC draft event. Last night we had the draft party for pairings down at the Blue Martini, which was a blast. And today, everybody's out on the golf course. So I'm out here at hole 5, the same hole I was at last year with a beautiful view of the valley from where I am. Also, too, this morning before we teed off, I saw something I've never seen before. 5 coyotes were no more than about 100 yards away from us, chasing each other around on the greens.
Oh, wow.
So I hope not to get any closer next time.
Hey, quick question. Is Mr. McCallum,
Yes, sir.
Mr. McCallum out there today?
Yes, Napoleon McCallum is out here. Yeah, I saw him last night. But he's out here on the course.
Tell him the chief said hello. Sends his regards, please.
Oh, I absolutely will for you, sir.
I appreciate
So
that.
what's the hot topic today? I've been able to bounce in and out. I see you guys are discussing now, I think, the hot topic about Cena's record, Ric Flair's record, and all that debate. Is that right?
Yeah, that and the NXT releases have been like the big topics today.
Oh, and the NXT releases?
Yeah.
I heard you guys talking about Ali earlier. I think you guys made some great points. He's got, 2.5 years left on a contract, and they had him win the other night. And I think, quite frankly, he's a good matchup for Theory to have a little something with and go through all of that. So I do think he'll be around for a little bit. But again, as the world changes, just like the tag team unification match that was supposed to happen has now changed. So card subject to change.
Yes.
I wonder if before that pay-per-view, if all the titles are going to be on the line in that match.
I would think so.
That would have been interesting. Put all the titles in there.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting thing. But I would just love to uncover the reason as to why it got changed, just as a fan. Now, does it make Backlash less exciting because it's not a unification match? It's now a 6-man?
But I think all the titles are going to be up. So in my mind, whoever pins whoever, if McIntyre pins Roman, he's going to win the championship. And if
has that come out that's what it is?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but that's what they're leaning to. And then if Orton or RK Bro wins
over an Uso,
then they're going to
unify
unify the titles. That's what I understand is going to happen.
Well, they only have 1 week to build it because this pay-per-view or special event or whatever the terminology is next week. So do they have enough time to really build that in a week's time, maybe?
Well, do they really?
Or not?
Do they really have enough time to build Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey's match also? I mean,
Well, if they haven't been able to do it over these months,
there you go.
And the lack of excitement in the match, so it'll be interesting to see. I'll be looking for it. This thing, I want to go back and I'll let you guys go because I know you got it. By the way, Chief, did you do a rant? Did I miss your rant today?
Yes, you did.
What was your rant all about today?
Oh, professional wrestling.
In general?
Very specific.
Yeah, really, yeah. Steve, I guess I'll have to go back and watch the rerun. Anyway, which can be found not only on Facebook, but on our YouTube channel and through thoughtscananywhere.com. Anyway.
Yes, it can.
Great argument, great discussion that was started on Busted Open, my number two favorite podcast. 16-time WWE champion is 16 with Cena. I know Flair's got 16 total champions, but if we're just talking about WWE history, I kind of lean towards the side of it being Cena's record based on just WWE alone. And I'm going to just stress that. If we're talking that. So I think Bully made a pretty good point. I don't know what you guys' sides were on that. I have to go back and watch it when I'm done here. But I thought it led to interesting conversation. I saw some comments in there from Jason and whatnot that, Ric Flair's record means more, and I get all of that. But if we're just focusing on WWE, what does Flair have? 2 WWE championships?
He's got to have more than 16.
Hold on. Chief,
I think Flair only has 2 in the WWF/WWE.
Yes.
Yes,
Flair only has 2 in the WWE, yes.
Whoa.
And they're both in 92.
Right. So I'm only talking about the WWE stuff. I'm not talking about total heavyweight championships across wrestling because Cena never wrestled in any other organization. So that's almost an unfair comparison from that standpoint in terms of totals. But I kind of like the angle that the Bully started, that if we look at just WWE, same thing with Orton. Orton's only been in the WWE. So to me, there's a good argument that we're talking about Cena as the record holder just within WWE.
Actually, let me. I hate doing this, but let me correct. John Cena wrestled in New England Championship Wrestling before he got started in the WWE.
How'd you turn John Cena
Okay.
Did he hold any titles there?
Yes, he did, because his father owned the company in
then
Massachusetts. Okay. Randy Orton started down in the Mid-South territory. He actually wrestled down in Memphis for Jerry Lawler before he come up to WWE. So I just...
Titles?
Yeah, he held one of the titles. In fact, I think he held a tag team title down there, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, but if we look at singles titles, then I'll go back to saying let's add all their title ships together. Then I think we're all playing. I think then it's a level playing field if we're looking at all the organizations that they wrestled in where they had heavyweight titles. Then I think that's a better comparison, in my opinion. But again, it's a great topic, and that's what makes talk radio so fun.
Aaron, can I just say something to your comment there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I respect your opinion. However,
so you're the one that does.
However, the lineage of that title that we are speaking of technically is that of the one that traveled the world and all the other promotions, the one that Ric Flair held. So I get what you're saying about how, yes, it's more meaningful in WWE technically, but that title belt that Cena held for those 16 times is essentially the same belt, just a different model, because that lineage has traveled with that title.
Yeah, but Flair brought that title from WCW, right? The 10 pounds of gold?
Yes, but before
The
that
big old belt, yeah.
Yeah, before that it was originally the NWA.
Gotcha.
And
Ryan, and I totally appreciate that. Then this discussion in whole, in my opinion, about total world titles, then definitely changes when we take all that into effect. And now you're comparing apples to apples.
Well, but
WWE continues to talk about WWE, and yes, they do recognize Flair as the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. How do they recognize Cena? Is it 16-time World Heavyweight Champion or 16-time WWE Champion?
16-time World Champion, they call him.
All right. So, listen, I think it's a great conversation, and they're one that won't be settled on our show, won't be settled on any other show, but it is a great conversation. That's why I love for the fact that we have the opportunity to do this. Fellas, I'm going to dive off. You guys are doing great. Thank you. I'm going to ask for a pay raise because it took two of you to replace one of me. So I'm going to ask the producers for more pay.
I'll leave your damn penny on the telephone.
Well, that's already more than I make now, so that's fine.
That's all right.
Fellas, have a great week. Thank you, Ryan and Thomas, for sitting in. Chief and Matt, love you, and I will send your regards to Napoleon when he comes.
Thank you, brother.
Tell Jeff Garcia.
All right, guys.
Hi.
Bye.
All right.
Talk later.
He's here. Jeff Garcia's not here. Have a great rest of the show.
Oh, that golf tournament.
Talk to you later.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
You know, let's go back to it for a minute. I want to digress. As far back as I can remember, the NWA belt, the 10 pounds of gold, whatever you want to call it, you look at the people who've held it and who have traveled around the world. I'll start with Lou Thez. All right. Harley Race. Flair. Jerry Lawler. You wished. You wished.
See, I didn't even look at him when he said that.
You wished. And then, and I'm talking, and when I say that, I'm talking, they wrestled around the world with that belt. They were the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
They wrestled on all continents. The WWE Championship wrestles in the WWE.
Technically, they've gone more around the world than NWA ever did.
But when is the last time the WWE title was physically defended in another continent? Do we even remember? Probably 98-ish?
The WWE, The one Cena had? Probably Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, does that even count?
No.
I mean, I kind of, but
Well, yeah,
You
it
said
can. You know,
continent.
no. You, to be honest and to be perfectly, perfectly fair, I would say the last time that the championship was defended was Saudi Arabia outside the United States, and that would have been Roman and Brock.
Yeah.
Okay, that would have been, but that's really, they go to England.
Yep.
Okay, but in my mind, in my heart, it doesn't have the prestige as the 10 pounds of gold.
I agree with you.
Okay.
1000%.
The 10 pounds of, when Bruno held the belt, I would put that belt that Bruno held up against Flair and the 10 pounds of gold,
Yes.
or Harley and the 10 pounds of gold.
Yeah.
Okay, but today, if it was Flair with the 10 pounds of gold and Roman with the championship, there's no comparison in my mind. I didn't hear your comment.
Roman all day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Trying to set somebody off.
You're not going to send. Here's the other thing.
It's gonna happen.
Here's the other thing. If you look at what Flair, I'll even give you. I won't even use the championship belt. If you look at what Andre did before Andre ever come to the WWE, okay, what Andre did, putting people in seats, okay, and you look at what Roman does today to put people in seats, I don't think it's Roman. I think it's the WWE putting people in seats. But back then, it was when the eighth wonder of the world came to your area, he was putting people in seats. And
that was at the time where they were like,
and that's what you got to look at. So now I'll make the comparison. Flair was the world heavyweight champion. When Flair came to your territory or your country, when Flair went to Japan and wrestled Giant Baba or Antonio Inoki, Kerrigan Hall was sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's how I look at it. I want to give the guys their due, and rightly so. I think they're deserving of it. But when you're talking about people like Luthez, Buddy Rogers, Bruno, Harley, Terry Funk, Dory Funk, and yeah, you can say it's old school, and it is old school. But I'm going to tell you what, if it wasn't for those pioneers, we wouldn't even be having this discussion about John Cena and Roman Reigns and that type of thing. Don't get me wrong, I love him. I think Cena's a great entertainer. Cena's done and I'm going to go off script. Cena's done tremendous things throughout the world for Make-A-Wish, things like that, community-wide, just like what's his name did the other night when he was up on stage announcing.
Titus?
Yeah, Titus. Titus does.
Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah.
Yeah, Titus done a lot of stuff in the world, and the biggest botch that is classic is when he fell and slid under the ring. I mean, it's classic, but they're due. The wrestling world has changed.
It's almost impossible to compare eras.
Exactly.
Between TV production, social media, just wrestling fans in general, it's two completely different things now.
Sorry, I was watching SmackDown for a second there. Aaliyah came out. My bad.
What was the one?
Do you have the birthday list?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we should probably go to
It's about
our last
birthday
break.
time.
Well, we should probably go take our last break, then go to birthdays.
No.
No?
We don't need a last break.
Okay.
No, we don't need a last break. We're going to go to birthdays, then we're going to something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tune it up for me there, Mr. Producer that hasn't had
Hit the beat.
hasn't had his donut yet? There we go. Happy birthday goes out to the following people. April 30th, Abdul Bashir and El Hijo del Fantasma. 1 May, Joe Hendry and our local very own Sandra Moon. 2 May, Big Boss Man and The Rock, who was in town this week. 3 May, Stu Hart, and one of our favorites that comes on, and he hasn't been on today, Mr. Sean Hyde.
Oh, nice.
4 May, Mr. Fuji, Scott Armstrong, Ryan Shamrock, and Orange Cassidy. 5 May, Brooke Hogan. And finally, on 6 May, Brian Knobs, Colt Cabana, Piper Niven, and Dakota Kai. And that's going out. Happy, happy, happy birthday to everyone.
WWE gave her a nice birthday present.
Yeah, they did.
Bastards.
Little 30-day vacation.
Now, I want to go to something different, if I may. The Ultimate Women Wrestling coming to Las Vegas, Saturday, May the 21st, 8 p.m. bell time in the Sahara Theater, the Frank Sinatra Showroom. Come see General Manager Miss Jenny Santana and the host and ring announcer, our very own Vicky Guerrero's daughter, Shaw Guerrero.
Yeah.
Okay, match card, subject to change. Ashley DeMoy versus Jordan Blue. Zeta Shang versus Gemma Jules. Penelope Renegade Twins versus Mika Madrid and Delilah Doom. Nevaeh versus Christina Von Airy. Miranda Ali's versus Alex Gracia. Lady Datapa versus Genocide. In the co-main event, Santana Garrett versus Christy James. And in the main event, Evilise versus Maserati. Live entertainment's going to be by Nikki Page. So come on out. Go on the website of the Ultimate Women Wrestling, and their tickets are on there. And I believe the tickets are also on the Sahara Event Center website, if I'm not
Sahara
mistaken.
Casino.
Sahara Casino, is it?
Yeah.
So go on and hey, buy a ticket, come out and watch the.
And guess who's hosting their live pre-show on pay-per-view?
Well, I was going to let you get to that.
Us.
I was going to let you. I was going to let you get to that. So anyway, buy a ticket, come on out. We're going to be there. We're going to be live. I believe it's streaming on. It's not Fight TV. I forget what it is.
Title
match, I believe it's called.
I have to look it up. It's on our website.
And Mr. Aaron's going to be. He's going to be there with us, I think.
He will definitely be there.
So come on out and, buy a ticket. Come on out, see us. Come up, say hi. I'll even sign an autograph for you if you want, because the Chief can do that. So that's the Chief's over and out. May the 21st, be there.
Alex Stranglove said, timing is everything.
Exactly. And the other thing is, before
comments too.
Before the May 21st show, I believe, if not once, maybe twice more, we're going to have Miss Jenny back in, Miss Santana, who put me in a headlock and a rear naked choke. I'll have you know, and I survived it. So that means
I have to give her $20 to squeeze harder next
that means I'm a tough son of a bitch, I think Jen might be bringing possibly a couple of the wrestlers on with her.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Looking forward to it. It's a cool opportunity to.
And
from the whole podcast thing, I thought it was cool, and we had like 3 viewers. Now that people are asking us to host stuff on pay-per-view. It's kind of mind blowing to me, but it's cool to be on for the ride.
Well, having these guys on too help us out. That's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's how I look at it. And you know, we are fans. We are marks. Okay, the four of us.
Oh, yeah,
there ain't no
definitely.
doubt about it.
Yep.
You know, we can say what we want, and we do. You know, sometimes we're brutally honest about it, and
we see when there's guests on this plane. We know.
Yeah,
we know.
You know, you know, and so I mean, I'm looking. I'm the one that's been preaching and been bitching and complaining that I wanted an all women's organization. Well,
here it is.
We're getting it.
Yep.
Okay, it's starting, and I think we need to come out and support it.
Definitely.
And we need to pack the house. So, you know, we go out nationwide and worldwide. So, folks, you want a weekend in Las Vegas? Hey, get on the plane, come out, do your gambling, do your partying. Saturday night, May the 21st, the Sahara, on the Strip in Las Vegas, live. Come out and do the Ultimate Women Wrestling's first show.
And our good friend Jennifer's comments, you guys are entertaining. I can understand why they asked you to host.
Thank you so much. We try.
Appreciate that.
Start your week off with Ultimate Women of Wrestling, and the rest of the week you have AEW all through town and Wrestling Revolver. There's a show downtown. There's
GCW.
wrestling everywhere.
GCW
will be in town.
It's going to be an insane week.
Yep.
It's like WrestleMania week of AEW, basically.
Yep.
And you know what? This one is for the fans. There is no doubt about it. It's gonna be an exciting time. This, you know, starting off with the Ultimate Women Wrestling show at the Sahara, starting it off for us. So, come on out.
A whole
Definitely.
week full of sports entertainment. Yeah.
It's going to be good shit.
Yeah.
On to pop culture. Have you guys checked out the NFL draft?
Meh.
That's taking over the freaking strip.
What? You know, there was a traffic jam the other day, and I couldn't figure out why. For the life of me, could not figure out why. I couldn't get to half the strip. I was like, what is this madness?
We went down to Caesars for another event, trying to get, like, people from CinemaCon. It kind of sucks. We saw The Rock, and his assistant's like, oh, he can't sign because of COVID.
What?
Like, that was so last year. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
His assistant said that?
Yeah.
The Rock, arguably the healthiest man on the planet.
Let's see. I think September. Maybe mom might be out here in September. Maybe we'll have a talk with her.
True that.
Ooh, Rock, you gonna get in trouble.
Has anything surprised you in the draft so far?
That the first pick was an injured player that wasn't even there. That was kind of surprising.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. Yeah, that the Jaguars are a mess. So
Let's see if he's a wrestling fan. Maybe that's why Khan picked him.
I think it was interesting seeing The Miz here, selecting Cleveland's first pick.
That was cool. I thought that was really cool, actually.
And
Titus
and the fella who did the Minnesota Vikings first pick.
Gable Stevenson.
Yeah. So maybe it was their second pick. I forget. It was Ed Marinaro.
Yeah, like the second round or third
He was
round,
freaking hilarious. In fact, he was on so long. Actually, the producer that came out on stage and
yanked him
and went, read what's on the card and get off. I swear to God. Go back and watch it. It was hilarious. I laughed, man. But he did good. He did a good job. He did a good job.
Definitely.
So
we also got the NBA playoffs going on. Ryan, you have a wrestling or a basketball podcast.
I sure do.
Plug your podcast and give us your thoughts on the NBA playoffs going on right now.
Hey, Embiid's out, huh?
Yeah, Joel Embiid is out with an orbital fracture. So I don't know.
Is that going to hurt the 76ers, you think?
100%, because James
big
Harden
time.
is not playing to his
potential
at all. But he's a streaky player, so he can turn it around. But they're going against the Heat. It's over. And I'm not saying that as a Heat fan. I'm just saying the Heat have way more firepower that you would never think they had because they don't have that many stars on their team.
If Embiid was there, though,
8 and 5.
If Embiid was there, would Embiid make a difference with playing Miami then?
Yes.
So with him being out, it's a little easier for Miami.
Yes.
Okay.
However, I still think Miami would have won this series.
Interesting.
Unless the combo of Seth Curry, James Harden, and Joel Embiid were just on fire. I'm sorry, not Seth.
Yeah, just say Seth and...
Sorry.
Seth's in California, ain't he?
No, that's Steph.
Oh.
What a bad...
Okay. No. Hey, that's okay.
I've been doing this all week.
No. Hey, I got another question for you. Okay. In fact, I got a couple questions for you.
We got like 3 minutes, so make those questions quick.
Did you say 3 minutes?
I got as long as I want.
Do we get a 3-minute warning?
see the producer's laughing over there. He didn't
You know what?
say nothing.
We're not even going to talk about the NHL playoffs at all.
No.
No, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Okay. Who's the owner?
Of what?
The Golden Knights.
Bill Foley?
Okay, Mr. Foley, you need to look at your from your general manager down
To the goalie.
I agree with you, Brandon, by the way.
The head coach, you need
I do too.
you need to fire his ass. Okay, he was in my opinion, he was the start of the downfall we had this year. Okay, then you need to get rid of Eichel. He's a canker sore in the locker room.
No one's going to take that contract.
The coach, or excuse me, the goaltender.
Oh, yeah. Leonard's got to go.
Leonard, he needs to go.
But $15 million to get off the books?
That's all right.
It's gonna be tough.
You know what? Foley can afford it. Okay, they own so much shit in Las Vegas. They probably own half of Las Vegas.
It
Okay,
doesn't matter if we can afford it. It's going to go against the salary cap. That's what the mess we're in now.
that's okay. Just buy his damn contract out.
They don't do that in the NHL.
Why not?
It's just not what they
It's
do.
in the rules. Can't
Yeah,
do
it's not
that.
in the collective bargaining agreement. They don't do
Well,
buyouts.
just get rid of him. Okay, send him to Arizona.
Yeah, fine with that. Go
All right.
play-
I think
go
the only
play in
team
Arizona
that
State.
actually wants him is the Islanders. I'm sorry, they don't want him. The only team that might look at him is the Islanders because for some reason they've got a hard on for him.
Okay,
They can have him.
but
Do they
By
have
all
the money?
means.
Do they have the money?
They do.
and here, and I put out a thing the other day, and I'll see if I can get it. So you guys keep talking. I sent a message to Mr. Scott.
Who's your guys' pick to win the NBA playoffs?
Oh man,
I know who
You going
yours is
Homer?
already.
You going Homer?
what?
I said, are you going Homer? You going to pick your Heat?
Yeah, I am. But see, my thing is, I think if my dream matchup can actually happen, the Suns versus the Heat, I'm a happy guy. I don't care who wins at that point.
I
But
saw
can-
Devin Booker was hurt. How hurt is he?
He's back.
He's
Oh,
back.
he
We're
is
good.
back
Not-
already?
yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
I want the
fine.
Suns to win the championship.
I would love for the
But
Suns.
who's going to stop?
2-minute warning.
Who's going to stop Golden State? Who's going to stop those shooters? Themselves by missing everything?
Yeah.
Steph Curry's a freaking robot. That dude, like,
A 7-foot
there was
tall
some
team.
kind of picture. There was
Oh,
some
you're
video
going to
where,
put
like,
your center out there to guard Steph on the
So anyway, I asked the question: who would be the coach that you would like to see come in to coach the Knights?
Gallant.
Mike Vellucci, Kirk Mueller, Patrick Waugh, and Lane Lambert. Mr. Scott said would be good selections.
Yeah, I know Scott was a big fan of Patrick Waugh
Okay.
taking that role.
I love that.
If that's the case, oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I as much as I want DeBoer fired, I don't see it happening because they're going to blame injuries this year. They're going to say they were injured all year.
He's a yes man. That's
yeah.
all he is. He's a freaking stooge.
Peter DeBoer.
I
Kelly
love you all.
McCrimmon,
Final.
Robin Leonard. You're fired.
Matt, final thoughts?
Everybody have a good, safe week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks you guys for coming on. It was a fun show.
Ryan?
Shot it. Later, guys. Thanks for having me.
Be safe. Have a great week.
And as our illustrious gentleman that's on the golf cart says, be safe because...
No, be kind to everyone because that's all we have.
That's it. Be kind to everyone because that's all we have. The Chief loves you. Over and out.